Okay, good. What a great experience this week for our players. I thought it was a beautiful bowl game. I've been blessed to have an opportunity to play in some and coach in some previous bowl games, and I thought the people here did a magnificent job in their organization planning for this bowl game, and I couldn't be prouder to be a part of this thing. As far as the game, you saw two championship football teams out there today, and we were fortunate enough to win the game. A little disappointed in that we gave up way too many points. 260 yards, and the amount of points that they got didn't match up. We had 543 yards, so the points production, you know, we gave them a couple of easy ones there on the interception down there, the kick off, punt return, and then we gave them field position a couple of times. So I thought our guys fought, hung in there, and won the ball game. But I can't say enough about Alcorn. You know, they hung in there too, and they fought, and they didn't quit, and they played for 60 minutes, and luckily we won the game.
Questions? We have two microphones. Raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. And also be mindful of the cameras in the back of the room if you're moving around. Question here on the right side first. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Coach, you're probably out of descriptions for Tariq. Did it even surprise you today in some of his performance? And the second question to follow up real quick, on your defensive performance against their rushing game, which was came in ranked third in the nation.
Well, we've said all along Tariq's special, and I guess the nation had a chance to see him perform today. We've been saying it for 3 years now, what he's capable of doing, and you know, he had a big game for us, and we needed it. The second part, I'm a little disappointed in how we played defensively because we're better than that. That's the most points we've given up in a long time. You know, again, they had 260 yards, but the points production and the total yardage didn't marriage. So, but you know, it's a win. We'll take it. I'm not going to complain today. I'm just going to enjoy this experience. We'll work on this stuff during the offseason and see if we can get better.
Next question.
Coach Broadway, can you speak to the play of Quayshawn Quick today?
I thought Quick played well. He played well. I thought he managed the game for us, made some plays with his feet, and got the ball in the right spot a couple of times. It was a total team effort. I thought that offensively we played well. You know, we left some things out there, a couple of drives, but for the most part, I thought we played really well offensively. And Quick was our quarterback today, and he played well.
Coach, about
Next question here in the front.
I've got two questions here, Coach. Quickly, can you tell us how you felt about keeping your team together when Alcorn was making a comeback on the first question? The second question is about how do you feel about the fans and their experience here at the Celebration Bowl?
Well, the first part, you know, we have a saying that we preach to our guys and we try to ingrain it in them. If something good happens, keep playing. If something bad happens, keep playing. And we don't get too high, too low. We're just going to play. And, you know, when they made their little run, we just kept playing. We knew we were going to have an opportunity to win the ball game. The second part of that, if they enjoyed it half as much as we did, they had a great time because I'm telling you, it was a beautiful week for our kids. And I'm just excited to see them have an opportunity to experience that, to go to the museum, go to the aquarium, to go to the College Football Hall of Fame and all the other activities they had planned for them. And I know our team definitely enjoyed it. So, and I think the fans enjoyed it. It was a heck of a football game.
Back of the room.
Coach, can you get into a little bit of the X's and O's or the schematics of shutting down the third-ranked offense in America? Was it a man-up, mano-a-mano? Everybody got to win their battle. Did you do something to take cutback lanes? I mean, can you talk about what you were able to do schematically?
How they ranked?
I think number 2, number 3, something like that. They were top 5 defense. Offensive rushing attack.
And we're what?
2. You're up there too.
Okay, that's how. There's your X's and your O's all thrown together. No, actually, what we try to do, our brand of ball is simple. We try to create vertical lanes up the field and not stretch the field, and we try to keep everything in a box. And when our two inside guys are playing well, it's hard to run the ball on us. And when we're getting off the ball like we're capable of getting off the ball at times, we're pretty good. And I thought we got some points set today. And I thought the linebackers did a good job with their fields and their fits today, you know, with the penetration that our defensive front was getting. But we had a couple more plays. I mean, there were some missed tackles that led to a couple drives staying alive for them. You know, we had them dead right a couple times, just didn't finish. But I thought our front did an exceptional job penetrating up the field. And again, we're a vertical team. We try to get up the field, penetrate, make everything in the box, don't want to run wide, and make them keep the ball in there. And I think we saw some of that today.
Coach, when the conference made the decision to forego the playoffs or give up its automatic qualifier to participate in the Celebration Bowl, there was a lot of pushback. Now that you've had a chance to experience the Celebration Bowl and come out of it with a win, what are your thoughts on the conference's decision to make that move?
Well, I was for it all along, you know, and I was an advocate for it. And I say it this way. I was in Division I for 24 years, and one of our goals every year was the same, and most every team in the country has the same goal, go to a bowl game. We had one hand-delivered it to us. Of course we're going to accept it and take it, you know. I thought it was a beautiful thing that Dr. Thomas did and Pete and all those guys fighting for this thing and getting the people in the MEAC to agree to it, because it's a beautiful experience. And to me, and this is just my opinion, I'm not speaking for anyone except me, there's so much more value in this than the playoffs for us, because we're not financed to win national championships at this time, but we are financed good enough to win this championship. And you know, my hat's off. I told the guys, Mr. Grant, Dr. Thomas, Pete, all those guys, man, they did a marvelous job with this thing, and I'm just proud to be a part of it. So any pushback they got, that's old news, man. You know, we're proud to be a part of this bowl situation.
Coach, question up here on the podium. Talking about Tariq, 3 touchdown runs of over 70 yards. You said, 24 years. Have you seen that before? And, what went into that today? Was that just man-on-man blocking, just execution?
I think he's a great player making great plays. If you watch, he did the same thing last year down in the MEAC Challenge down in Orlando. He had 3-4 runs like that. But he's capable of doing that every time he touches the ball, guys. I mean, he had a run in Norfolk this year, the 5-yard run, and it was one of the most incredible runs I've seen in a long time. It was only 5 yards, but he put his foot in the ground, changed direction, skipped back the other way, jump cut back the other way, got 5 yards, where that was a loss of 4 for most people. That kid's incredible.
Back to the room again, next question.
Yeah, the punt that went about 10 yards in the final 2 minutes of the game, what did you tell your team? What was the focus to keep that defense up after they just came off the field?
Well, like I said, if something good happens, keep playing. If something bad happens, keep playing. And that's what our guys did. We needed to pin them on that, but it didn't happen that way. So we'll take what we got, and we were fortunate enough to come out with a win. Oh boy, that was tough. You get a 10-yard punt in situations like that, but you got to give credit to our defense for going out, getting the job done.
Time for 2 more questions. We'll go to the right side here.
Thank you. Kenyatta Cavill, Dr. Bill's Inside, HBCU Sports Line.
Okay, I'm sorry.
KCWH Radio, Houston, Texas.
All right, Houston.
Thank you, Coach. I know you don't really like to talk much about yourself. It's always about the team. Definitely respect it and understand it. But your resume is really starting to get top-loaded in terms of SWAC championship game, championship, multiple MEAC championships, and now the Celebration Bowl championship. Just talk about the ability to get that done. Every coach works for that, but you've been able to do that. Talk about, outside of just your players, your resume, how does it happen?
Recruiting good players and having a good staff, and having a plan and sticking with your plan when everybody's against you and everybody's for you, whatever. You got to stick with your plan, and we have a blueprint that we stick with. And I tell people all the time, you can go look at our schedule on the second day of practice this fall, and it's the same thing we did 6 years ago. You can look at this 10th day of practice this fall, and it's the same thing we did 10 years ago. We don't change a whole lot. I tell people, We're like Kentucky Fried Chicken. We do chicken. We don't do hamburgers. We don't do beef. We do chicken. We do one thing. We try to do that well. And that's how we coach. We don't change a lot of things. We just stick with what we do. We do it day in and day out. Day in and day out. We don't change up. Now, we'll make some adjustments here or there, but for the most part, we do chicken.
Last question here in the front.
Kenyatta stole most of my questions right here in the front, Coach Broadway. He stole most of my questions. He left out your CIAA championship and national championship at Central also, as well as at Grambling. Now, at A&T, do you think A&T deserves to be the Black College National Champion?
I mean, isn't this what this is? Of course. Of course. Isn't this a Black College National Championship game? How can they not give it to us, you know? And, you know, the thing that we're proud of, you're talking about resume, this is the third school that we won a national championship. Third school that we won conference championship. So when you do that, that means you surrounded yourself with good people. I have an outstanding coaching staff, and I can't give enough credit to our administration and the support that I've gotten for those guys. Dr. Martin, Earl Hilton, everyone's been so supportive of us. And when you have success, a lot of people is involved in it, and I can't say enough about the help that we've gotten. And you know, I like to pat myself on the back, but you know, it's not just me; it's everybody. I just happen to be the head coach. My job is small compared to what a lot of other people do for this program.
All right, Coach, appreciate your time. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.